Names are Edward Kiprop, Senior Chief Kapsa Location, and Ndiema Kulimani. Thank you.
Waombolezaji wote, mimi naitwa Elisha Lagat, Chief Banforest Township Location. Poleni sana familia.
All mourners, my name is Jared Onken from Kisii South, where Mr. Kiprop worked for a long time. So I wish to take this opportunity to pass my condolences on behalf of Kisii South and those former friends, especially Mr. Wandera, who wanted to come but he was on shift today.
Kisii, inua mkono to recognize. Asanteni sana for coming all the way. Thank you. God.
Mimi naitwa Mokin, Senior Assistant County Commissioner wa
Habari zenu waombolezaji wote. Majina zangu ni Benedict Oero Kehara kutoka Soi Sub-County Headquarters. Poleni.
Kwa majina naitwa Anusu Agala, Assistant County Commissioner Saboti. Poleni familia.
Kwa majina naitwa Bwana Odhiambo Molo, the Assistant County Commissioner Nyoro Division. Poleni kwa familia.
Kwa majina naitwa Dennis Odoj, Assistant County Commissioner, Soi Sub-County, Uasin Gishu. Poleni sana.
Kwa majina naitwa Alfred Oseko, ACC, Tarbo Sub-County. Asanteni sana.
I'm Patrick Ombogo, ACC Kwanza. My condolences to the family.
Valentine Cherono, ACC 1 Ainapkoi Sub-County, Uasin Gishu County. Mucha missing.
Kwa majina ni Sarah Kendagor, ACC County Commissioner's Office, Uasin Gishu. Poleni.
Kwa majina naitwa Michael Orina, ACC 1 Tarbo. Poleni kwa familia.
Kwa majina naitwa Felix Maya, ACC Bungoma, Mbani Niendabes. Poleni familia.
Amokot Frederick, Assistant County Commissioner Kaplamai Division in Trans Nzoia East Sub-County. Pole sana kwa familia.
I'm Florence Omolo, Moiben Sub-County, Uasin Gishu. Pole sana familia.
Thank you. I'm Henry Tia, Senior Assistant County Commissioner, Endebess Sub-County.
I'm Claire Naliaka, Assistant County Commissioner, County Commissioner's Office, Uasin Gishu. Poleni.
I'm Zachary Opio, ACC Trans Nzoia West Headquarters. Pole kwa familia.
I'm Henry Saro, ACC from Moiben Sub-County. Pole sana familia.
Naitwa Baraza Atila, nimetoka Mabera Sub-County kule Migori County. Tulifanya na Moses huko. Pole sana kwa familia. Asante.
Kwa majina ni Ofula Kevin, ACC Pande Lomelo, Turkana County. Pole kwa familia.
Victor Ochola, Assistant County Commissioner representing Kapseret Sub-County, Uasin Gishu County. Poleni sana.
Haemba Wekesa, Assistant County Commissioner Ainapkoi Division from Ainapkoi Sub-County. Poleni sana kwa familia.
Asembo Kennedy, Assistant County Commissioner Trans Nzoia East. My condolences to the family. Okal Roy Regional, ACC, DCC Headquarters, Ainapkoi Sub-County. Poleni kwa familia.
Hiyo ni timu yenye imetoka kutoka, marafiki zake wote wamekuja na kuna wengine bado wanakuja njiani, na hizi sisi wako njiani, lakini tuko pamoja kwa haya matanga. Asante. So kuna DCC mwenye alikuwa DCC wa Moses pia yuko hapa, tutamuinvite as anene moja mbili.
Let us appreciate that big team. Si ndio? Wamekuja kusimama na mwenzao, let's pigia makofi. Asante sana. And then yeah, we have
Asante sana mwenzangu Bwana Kijuba, familia ya Moses, wenzangu ambao tuko katika department ya ngao, ombolezaji wote wa sehemu hii, hamjamboni. Hamjambo.
Mimi naitwa Edward Lelgo. Mimi ndio Deputy County Commissioner Ainabkoi Sub-County, Uasin Gishu County. Yangu ya kwanza ni kupatia familia pole kwa kumpoteza ndugu, baba na pia mtoto wa familia yenu. Moses alikuwa ofisi yangu pale Apsoya. Ngoja tu kaa naye kwa muda mrefu, nilikuwa nimekuja pale kama 1 month ago, lakini ningependa niseme kwamba Moses alikuwa mtu mzuri, mtu mpole, mtu mwenye heshima, maana nilikutana naye kwa muda kidogo. So ningependa niseme kwamba pole sana kwa familia. Mungu aweze kuwapatia nguvu, awafariji wakati huu mgumu. Tutazidi kuwaombea, maana maombi ni ile tapatia nyinyi nguvu zaidi kuendelea mbele. So nisingependa kuongea sana, wenzangu wamekuwa introduced pale na program ama masaa yameenda zaidi. Ningependa tuniwachia hapo, niwaeleze kwamba Mungu aweze kuwabariki sana, awapatie nguvu, awapatie neema yake. Asante sana.
Asante bwana DCC mwenzangu. Fikia hapo nadhani jinsi mmeona bwana Moses alikuwa ACC mwenye alikuwa na marafiki wengi. Na marafiki zake kuanzia kwenye alikuwa anafanya kazi mwanzoni wamefika. Alafu County Commissioner wetu wa Trans Nzoia alikuwa haisi vizuri, angekuwa hapa na sisi, lakini amepeana risala zake, condolences zake, na akaniambia nifikishe kwa familia na wote wenye wamekuja kwa haya matanga. Tutachukua hii nafasi sasa kumwalika County Commissioner akuje apeane risala zake pia.
Baba zangu, mama zangu, ndugu zangu, dada zangu, kila ambavyo tumejiunga pokeeni rambirambi za waziri wetu Profesa. Pokeeni rambirambi za PS wetu za Regional Commissioner Dr. Abdi Hassan na wizara yetu. Niko na message of condolence from our PS. Nitasoma, na kabla kusoma wacha nijiunge na wapendwa hawa wote ambao tumeweza kujiunga kwa huzuni, kwa uchungu, kuweza kusindikiza ndugu yetu Moses. Nikiwa pale Uasin Gishu kama County Commissioner, tuliweza kukaa pamoja naye kwa kama miezi 9 hivi, kufanya kazi pamoja, japokuwa sisi wote tulikuwa tunamjua kwamba alikuwa hajisikii vizuri. Kwa hivyo tulikuwa tunasaidiana kwamba akapata kuweza kujituliza bwana. Mara ya mwisho ambapo aliweza kufika ofisi yangu, alikuja na ombi la kwamba aweze kutolewa Uasin Gishu na kuje Trans Nzoia, na tulikubaliana. Tulikaa pamoja, tulikunywa chai pamoja, tukaongea vizuri kabisa, tukashauriana, kaenda kuandika barua vile inatakana, na barua nami nikaiandika vizuri, kaenda kwa Regional Commissioner na ilikuwa itekelezwe. Then tukapokea jumbe kwamba ndugu yetu ameweza kutuacha. Ilikuwa ni mshtuko mkubwa, huzuni, kwa sababu ndugu yetu alikuwa mchangamfu. Na hata pia nashukuru sisi sote vile tumekuja, hasa vile umeona umati mkubwa kutoka Minister of Interior and National Administration. Nilipoangalia mahali ambapo aliweza kuhudumu, nikaona Mabera Kuria Migori. Hiyo ofisi ambayo aliweza kuhudumu niliweza kuitengeneza mimi nikiwa dio kule. Kwa hivyo wamekuja kutoka Kisii, Sia, Lomelo, Migori, kutoka nyanja mbalimbali, kuanzia ngazi za machifu, SCC wenzake, DC. Huu ni upendo mkubwa na dirisho kwamba Moses alikuwa ni mtu wa watu, penda amani na ni mtu wa marafiki wengi sana. Na hilo jambo ndio nimedirishwa siku ya leo.
Silence please. Silence.
Ya umati huu wote ambao umeweza kuhudhuria kutoka nchi jirani Uganda, hata sehemu za kule Narok na sehemu zingine zile za nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo kwa ufupi, taniruhusu uweze kusoma salamu za kutoka PS wetu Daktari Raymond Molo. Kwa niaba ya PS wetu, taniruhusu niweze kusoma rambirambi za wizara nzima kwa jumla. Message of condolence from the Principal Secretary, State Department of Internal Security and National Administration, to the family of the late Mr. Moses Kiprop Ndiema. I learned of the death of Mr. Moses Kiprop Ndiema with profound shock and sadness. The death has not only robbed his family, a caring and loving family man, but also the State Department for the Internal Security and National Administration has lost a committed and dedicated colleague. Until his untimely demise, Mr. Moses Kiprop Ndiema was the Assistant County Commissioner stationed at the Deputy County Commissioner's office in Abukoi Sub-County in Uasin Gishu County. The late Moses Ndiema joined the public service in 2016 as an Assistant County Commissioner and posted in Rural Division, Kiambu County, as his first duty station. As the call of duty would dictate, he was transferred to serve in various stations countrywide, including Onchari Division, Kisii County, and Mabera Division, Migori County. He was later transferred to the Deputy County Commissioner's Office in Abukoi Sub-County, Uasin Gishu County, a station he served until his untimely death. In his career as a national government administrator, he demonstrated passion and commitment while discharging his duties and exhibited the highest level of true servant leadership wherever he served. Consequently, his hard work earned him an envelope of promotions in the course of his career as a national government administrator. The late Moses Kiprop Ndiema was very knowledgeable, resilient, and a seasoned administrator who worked meticulously to promote our ministry's vision and mission and vision. He was an embodiment of industrious fidelity to the rule of law and integrity in service to our beloved country. He coordinated the national government functions and oversaw the implementation of government policies in all the stations he served with utmost valor and articulation. Moreover, he will always be remembered as a mentor to many, a father figure to his immediate family and to all those who got an opportunity to work with him or under him. His generosity and humility, which was an indelible mark in his career life, will always be cherished and missed by many. On behalf of the entire staff of the State Department and on my own behalf, I wish to convey my deepest condolences to the family, relatives, and friends of the late Moses Kiprop Ndiema. We pray to God to give you fortitude to bear with this painful loss. May the soul of our colleague rest in eternal peace. Dr. Raymond Omolo. Thank you so much. We be comforted by the Lord. Amen. Mama, dada yangu, the real sister in the Lord, real sister in the community. May the Lord grant you full strength. Wacha Bwana endelee kuita kwa jina lako wakati huu mgumu. Muhimu, Mungu wetu ambaye anaishi anatuwazia mema kila wakati, na tuko na sababu ya kumtumikia yeye Mungu wetu aliye hai na ni mwaminifu. Na kuondoka kwa ndugu yetu si kwamba ameacha uaminifu wake katika maisha yako na nyumba yako. Hajaacha. Ni udhaifu wa mwanadamu, utajiuliza maswali. Lakini pia tushukuru wakati ambapo uweza kukaa na ndugu yetu na kuishi pamoja naye. Kwa hivyo wacha Mungu akutie nguvu. Sisi kule sisi ya Human Resource tayari imeanza kuendelea na kuweka mikakati kuona kwamba yale ambayo yanastahili kufanyika katika taratibu za serikali iendelee sawa sawa. Na nakaribishwa wakati wowote, ofisi zetu ziko wazi, kuanzia hapa na hata kule Uasin Gishu. Mimi nimeokoka kwa Yesu Kristo mwokozi maisha yangu. Kwa hivyo karibu kabisa, najisikia nyumbani na nyote, hakuna appointment. Kuna appointment. Karibu sana. So naomba kwa heshima kuu upokee nakala hii ya rambirambi za PS wetu ambaye ameweza kutupatia siku leo. Tafadhali naomba upokee.
Asante sana. Ngao, the national government representatives, thank you so much. County Commissioner wa Uasin Gishu na wale wote ambao wamekuja, asante sana. God bless you. Thank you for coming to mourn with us. Asante sana. God bless. Thank you so much. Yeah. Na unajua ukipata ushuhuda ya nguvu namna hiyo kutoka kwa County Commissioner basi. Sawa, asante.
Basi kwa mara nyingine tena naomba radhi nitambue uwepo ya mzee Chelimo Kaproguto, who is also Pangwai Nyapagai, a former LC5 Kapchorwa, the Greater Kapchorwa District. Karibu sana bonde. Kongoimizin. Ya pili, nataka kuambia wale wako na smartphones na wale wanaweza ingia Facebook ya kwamba hii ratiba ama sherehe hii iko live, na we are saying this in brief. For live video watch Elcon TV Kenya on Facebook. Kama uniangalie pole pole. Asanteni. Wabariki.
Asante sana. Unajua sisi wa Kalenjin hatujui kuna pia juu ama pia chini. Sasa ongea naye kuonyesha mahali ya kuponyeza. Sawa sawa. Asante sana. Yes, I want to take this opportunity to now take the program to the family. Sawa. Nataka kualika the family watuzungumzie the wider family, and then wanamalizia na the immediate family, alafu wanamalizia na eulogy. Sawa, haya, the immediate family nitaacha. Sawa. Wacha nifanye consultation na rafiki yangu. Sawa. Naambiwa the wider family, we had introduced them the time when I had threatened to begin a program. Lakini nikagundua nyinyi wote hamkuwa mmekuja. Nikaambiwa tungoje kidogo. So welcome brother to help us bring the immediate family their immediate relatives, their in-laws, yeah, so that they can come and mourn. Karibu sana ndugu yangu. Asante.
The leadership where Moses was working with. My name is Charles Pemoy. I have come here before. I think many people have not arrived. I'm the elder brother of Moses. What I wanted to do now is just to do an introduction. Alafu ndugu yangu Peter atakuja kusoma eulogy so that we can take the program forward. I think it is important to do a name, especially those who are more closer to Moses is in this crowd. Let me start with Moses' own family. The wife has been here, but Moses has 4 children. So I think, I don't know whether what you Joe Sone. Joe nga adin help. And Israel.
Yeah. So. Alafu najua Elgon TV imeenda kutembea huko. Tembea haraka, alafu tunaonyesha familia hapa, ni mzuri kuwajua. So that hata wale ambao wako kwa mtandao waweze kujua the immediate family. Yes. Asante sana huyo kijana Elgon TV. Ndio anasaidia sisi pande hii kutupeleka kwa mtandao. Na tunaomba kwamba taushika mkono mpaka apate kamera 2 ama 3. Sasa mnahangaisha kijana. Sawa. Asante sana. Thank you so much. As the immediate family. Thank you.
I don't know whether we will turn like this, but I think we will turn because already most members of the clan and family know you. So let's turn like this, and probably when we walk, we will turn. So
I just want you to face this way. Wengi wako huko. Tukuje hivi. Tukuje hapa hivi. Yeah. Okay, sawa.
So please just give some space. Give some space. So particularly the leadership. This is Moses' wife, my sister-in-law, Viola. She has been with Moses during all this time. She has been with Moses during all this time. I mean, there will be the history, but Moses has had quite some challenges over a great period of time. So she has been very close to her. So the first son of Moses, I would say a bit of a story. Moses got his first accident when his wife was in labor. And it was very clear that labor situation was troubling. And at that time, he was riding a motorcycle, rushing to the hospital to find his family and be able to attend to his wife. So he got that first accident as he was traveling to the hospital. Unfortunately, he was unable to reach the hospital. He got a very serious accident and he went into a coma. He was taken, we took him directly to Eldoret. Now, because of all that, this boy, Favor, for whom the mother had challenges, as you can see, is not very well. But Moses' firstborn. His second born, Israel. Come. This is Israel, his firstborn, a very bright young man in school. This is his third born, Shema. picture of the last born, and she herself told very bright girl. And this is Rachel, his last born. I wanted to mention that we are very grateful to God that allowed Moses to live for the time that he was able to have these 3 children. Because if he had died when he got the first accident, he would have remained with 1 son, who is favored. So that is why we say God is great, and all the time, God is great. I will introduce these people later. I think Rose carrying the baby is my wife. The next is Viola, the wife of my younger brother. And this is Patricia, the wife of Peter, who will be speaking later. And then Adeline. Adeline is our last born, who follows Moses twice. There will be a broader introduction. Now, let me take this opportunity again to introduce our family. I think you people remain here. You remain here. Scovia, Peter, and you can come. Just come. I think you can come with our phone. You come back. Yeah. So, I think it is important because this is the team that were born to my mother with Moses. Yeah. It should be standing there. Where is that? Okay. So as I introduce them, our wives, who are of course paired with us, will come with the children, the wider family where Moses belongs, and their husbands. I am sure Amos is already seated somewhere. He will have to come. So this is my mother. This is my mother, the mother of Moses. Our mother, she has been very devastated because Moses was the only person who was much closer to my mother than all of us. As you have heard, we work in different places outside our countries, and we are unable to be so close. The reason she is very devastated. I think she will have an opportunity to speak later. Scovia is our firstborn. I'm sure not many people from elsewhere know her. She has her children. Her children are lining behind her. Where is Stella? Ivan is not there, so that's enough. Then the next is myself. Of course, my name, I've already introduced you. This is my team. They have all been very close to Moses. They are all devastated. Of course, my team is itself. And then this is Peter. Peter works with the Action Aid International as the program director, global programs director based in Nairobi. This is his team. And where is Amos? Amos is our in-law. He's a very strong man. He's a very, very strong man. The reason why Anne has also been very supportive to us as a family. So Anne works with Compassion International as a regional human resource officer for Eastern Africa. She's based in Nairobi, and her husband works with the government of Kenya as a senior as a senior officer in the Ministry of Health, right? Yeah. Bena. Okay, where are the sons? Where are they? So these are the sons. You can see that the figure of Moses is a little bit there, although it is confused by Amos' own. But these are the sons, very bright young men.
And the sons are very long.
Okay, Bena. So this is Bena, very close to Moses. Actually, she was not just a sister, but she was a prayer partner, a supporter. In most of the time when Moses had challenges, whether he had the accident, the first one, and the other one he had in Kisii when he was working there, she was always close to him, and Moses actually died in her hands. We were not there, we were away. The next would have been Moses, and I've already introduced his wife. He should have actually been here. Of course, as you know, she's not so strong now. This is Dennis Igai, our youngest brother, who was Moses' follower, also very close to Moses. They grew up together. So it was very difficult for us to have him contain this situation. And this team, part of his team is not here, I think. Yeah, Dennis works with the government of Uganda as a Ministry of Tourism as a marketing officer, marketing manager, I think. And then we have Adeline, or last born, who is a lawyer in Nairobi. So that is the team. And all of this, including Moses' success, have been a result of our Iron Man, who we saw him here. Our father departed, I think about 10 years ago. He left us 10 years ago. But both her and her mom have been very instrumental in the life of Moses. In fact, my father predicted that Moses would be a senior administrator at one point. Okay, you can go. I think we finished that.
Asante sana. At least you have been able to know the family. A few of them will speak. Then
I will quickly I will ask, the wider family had been introduced, but some of them had not come. Just stand up for recognition. Stand up.
Pale Kapchoi wote, asanteni sana kwa kuja kulia na familia yenu. That is the wider family of Kapchoi, including our honorable member. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, there are very many.
There are many. I think tumewatambua tafadhali.
The chairman is there, and maybe the MP can come.
Yeah.
Just to come
and represent the others. And just say pole alafu ishe. Shindio. Just give the MP an opportunity. I know there will be a time for leaders, but he can use that opportunity amaliza upande wake.
So anyway, if we have time, the honorable member of parliament for Queen, who is also a member of our clan. Okay, so the MP is Honorable William. Maybe he will have an opportunity later. Maybe he will have time to say something. The chairman has already spoken. This is the chairman of Kapchoi clan, overall, because we have the clan here in Kenya, and we have it there in Uganda as well. Very united clan, as I said. And this is one of my Moses, both of them are actually Moses' brothers. Honorable William is Moses' son. Surprising, isn't it? So let me ask the brothers and sisters to quickly come. Just
what's up? Hello.
Brothers and sisters of Moses, just come.
Big out the world to cha about Moses.
Why you speak?
Kwa wane. Tejagi ibarta. Yo to cha about Moses. Tafadhali. Haraka kidogo tafadhali, haraka kidogo, haraka kidogo. But introduce wale wamekuja. Sawa. Just introduce those ones wasalamia sisi na wakae chini.
Okay. My sister Jofia, also very close to Moses. For those of you who saw him, he resembles her somehow. This is our senior brother Embata, a retired forest officer. Our senior brother Solimo Patrick, our brother Nabo Patrick, Edwin, our brother Nandi.
So, if you are introduced, go and sit down.
Our brother, this is now our eldest remaining brother. My father was a polygamist, and a successful one. So this is one of his sons. You can imagine. This is still the same father who called Moses. It is a surprising. This is another brother of ours. It's a cousin brother from the East. This is our other cousin brother who is a senior head teacher in the other side of the region.
Asante. Asante sana.
This is my elder sister.
Asante.
Dorothy.
Asante sana.
Who is also a senior civil servant. He used to be a head teacher.
I was with Moses in Bupa, even when he got the first accident, I was there. Thank you.
Let's just introduce them to Nabu.
This is Nabu.
If you give them an opportunity to speak, you can see the weather has changed.
Our other one,
Nabu tafadhali kaenda ya namna hiyo tu.
Our other one, Sakaja.
Sawa, asante. Namna hiyo.
My sister Joyce.
Yes. Kongo.
This is our auntie.
Auntie, asante.
Our auntie.
Yes.
The sister to our father.
Sawa sawa. Haraka
This is our sister.
Asante sana. Thank you. Aya, Gogo Marisa. Sawa, asante sana. Aya. Haraka tu namna hiyo.
This is also our sister.
Yes.
One of the eldest sisters actually.
Sawa sawa.
Gogo Justin, yes.
Asante sana.
This is our sister. Mama. Mama Nai.
Asante sana.
This is our sister.
Thank you.
Mama Rona.
Uyapata Juma dada zake. Sawa, asante sana Mama Rona.
This is my sister.
Yes.
Mama
Bosi.
Mama Bosi.
Yeah, hata mimi najua hiyo. Sawa.
This is the wife of our elder brother who was here shortly.
Yes.
Yeah, she has been very close to her. I just want to ask the husbands of our sisters to stand up.
Wherever they are.
Wherever they are.
Mashemeji.
Going up, senior.
Sana lego, ndo gabugaishe. Sawa.
Sana lego, senior citizens.
Asante sana.
Please help me if I forget.
Hawa ni husbands ya watoto. Sana lego, sawa. Asante sana.
Let me introduce my uncles.
Huku kwetu tunaoa watoto. Sawa.
Let me introduce also my uncles and aunties. Where is led by Senator Ndiema? I think he might have chance to speak later.
I think they will take care of themselves. We'll just give them an opportunity when you people are through. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Asante sana. Yeah.
Okay, all in-laws. All in-laws. Kaba Mwai, Odoji, Kaba Mwai, Moses.
Yes, the immediate Kaba Mwai wa Moses can come. Yeah. But the rest, unaweza simama tu huko.
Ngoja chef. Kwa mama. Usiye. So this is Moses' father-in-law. He's a gentleman. This is Moses' father-in-law. He's a gentleman. I remember occasions where we have met him. We note that he's a gentleman. So I will give him a short time to just say more to you. Ochole Chica stays
Unaogotai? Unaogotai?
Hiyo ni baba mkwe anaitwa Jet Benson.
Le matu pula karaman insan tajam mali ya tajam kapasa pada net onggiwe ni watara smooth ke karaman.
Asante. Anasema pole kwa familia kwa kumpoteza kijana ambaye alimchukua msichana wake. Amen. Mama anasema pole.
Kwa jio?
Yeye ndio mama ya msichana. Anasema alikuwa ni kijana ambaye anawaheshimu. Sawa. Asante sana. Pole. Yeah. That's okay. Asanteni sana. Let's appreciate mama wa msichana wetu. Asanteni sana kwa kuja na kusema
So those have come on behalf of the in-laws. There are a number of in-laws that we have here. Mr. Chelimo Abruguto was already introduced, a former politician, a former LC chairman. We also have a representation from our fathers-in-law, my own father-in-law. We have Mr. Jameson Nathan, he's the headmaster. He has come with a couple of people.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
James.
We have a multitude of representation from all our families.
Asante.
So if I have forgotten anybody else, I think Peter will also take it. There was, okay, the father-in-law of Anne. Amos' father. Baba ya Amos. Amekaa wapi?
Wapi baba?
I didn't see him.
Sawa, akija tutamrecognize.
Okay. Peter will recognize. Oh, okay. Yes.
Ako?
Yes. You know why I am introducing him specifically? Is because they have been very close to Moses. Amos, our brother-in-law, has been very close to Moses. He has been his friend with Anne. They are from Baringo. For those of you who went with us to Baringo, this is the old man.
Asante. Karibu, songa karibu kwa sababu ya kipaza sauti. Asante. Yeah. Asante sana mzee wangu hapo. Ukipewa nafasi patie microphone. Sema tu pole. Ni mzee kutoka Baringo.
Basi kabla sijanena na wasalamu nyinyi wote katika jina la Yesu. Basi tumetoka sehemu ya Baringo nikiwa baba ya Amos ambaye ameoa mtoto wa nyumba hii. Tunasema pole, poleni sana. Tumesikia yeye hivyo kwa na masitiko sana. So tunasema poleni, Mungu akusaidie kusaidia nyinyi kwa maisha ile ya inakuja baadaye. Asante. Wacha nipatie huyo mzee au sema moja.
Kwa majina naitwa Isaac Chebi na Arab Stefano. Nataka tutoe sala za rambirambi kwa familia hii. Takie neema ya Mwenyezi Mungu awe nanyi, awalinde na awasaidie. Hata tumekuja kuungana na nyinyi kwa huu msimu.
Asante sana.
Basi mimi ni William Jabiego toka huko Baringo. Huyu ni ndugu yangu. Tunasema poleni.
Asante.
Asante sana.
Asante.
Asante.
Now I now want to ask the father-in-law of Peter, Pauline Romeo, former councillor, Dennis, sorry. Pauline former councillor. Okay.
Sawa. Asante sana mzee.
I will not have time to introduce a lot of our people, including our nieces who have come, a number of them who are related to the women and men who are here. They have all come. There is a small opportunity when Peter speaks, they can start. Thank you very much. So you can take the whole of this.
We want to do the eulogy, alafu 1 or 2 members wa tributes wa family, then tumalize kabisa familia, alafu tuende kwa in-laws na kwa wajomba, alafu tutakuwa tumemaliza.
Thank you very much, MC. Dear mourners, and particularly also the friends, the family, people of the church, clergy, we have had a good message from the Ministry of Interior of Kenya, the message from the PS, the Ministry of Interior, which was communicated to us through the Uasin Gishu County Commissioner, under whom my brother Moses worked. Because we may not give another chance, I wanted to take that opportunity to confirm to you, Bwana Commissioner, that we are very grateful for that message. And you can take it back as well to the ministry. For those of us who come from this part of the country, Kenya, and particularly in the marginal part of the country, among these people called the suburbs, they are a very endangered group of people. They are a marginalized category. They are generally categorized as Kalenjins, but when you go into the detail of it, they are actually their origin, they are the source of the Kalenjins. But just by being at the border and being at an area where historically, right from the colonial times, they were ejected and dispersed. Others as far as Kilgoris. The uncles of Moses, Senator Ndiema, is the immediate uncle, the second follower of my mother, went all the way to Kilgoris. Others went to Kapenguria, others went to Kaptagat, others went to Uganda, up to Busoga, up to Masindi. And when you are dispersed, your ability to organize is disturbed. And you end up becoming a minority everywhere. And so when it comes to negotiating things of the national cake, it's a struggle. And so when we have our own son, my own brother, working for government and representing promise, and then as he just gets started, and then you lose him, it's painful for us as a family, but broadly painful for the community. Because it's not easy to get a part of this national cake. And so if it was my request, it would be that, because there are not many of these people who are in SECs, that we work very hard to get someone using clauses of affirmative action in the Constitution of Kenya. I've read it, so that we can quickly replace Moses. If we get him from this family, I will even be happier. But if we get it from the community, it will be as good. So, Bwana Commissioner, that's my request. And I wanted also to just read the eulogy of Moses. It's a bit long, but I'll try to summarize because I know time has gone. Moses, even for his officers who were working here, was a very low-key person. He was a man of action. He never wanted to make shows wherever he was. He was a silent banner, but very spiritual, very faithful. We were surprised, and every time I told him, "Oh, wewe ni commissioner. Why is your mother being harassed sometimes? Wewe ongea na watu yako karibu jirani wasaidie." You're not, I says no. You said the commissioner is stickler to the rule of law. He says kama mama iko mbaya, serikali atajua. Hata jana kuna chief mwingine alisema alikalisha mama mbwa ya mama aliuma mtoto, alikuwa anakuja kuchukua maziwa hapa nyumbani. Sasa chief akakalisha mama, sema wewe, na hata mama hakusema ujui kijana yangu ni ACC. Mama pia pengine Moses alipata hiyo tabia kwa mama. Akasema okay, sawa, kama kuna tulikuwa tumechanja mbwa, kama kuna kitu lazima tunalipa vaccination, sio mbaya. Na chief kukuja baadaye kumbe alikuwa mama ya boss. So Moses was a very humble person. And the chief reminded us yesterday that it is good if you are a government officer to let the people around. So that when things come, sasa alipata shida kidogo, alipigwa siku akasema, what do I do? But we know Moses. Moses was a person of action. He was not a person who made shows. He was born on 22nd December 1981. I think it's wrongly listed in the origin. He was the third last born. As you have seen, we are a slightly white family because we have 5 mothers. My mother was the last. My father passed on here 10 years ago. He was here. At that time, he was 108 years. And that's why it's also painful when people die in 40s. When we know that we should be living at least 100. It's tough. He was born to my father, who was called Stanley Salimo Kimaling'In, of the clan that has been mentioned, Kapchoi, and to my mother, who has been introduced. He was a brother to the people whom Charles has introduced, was immediate and even wider. I'm not going to go back to that. You will see that in the eulogy. All that list is long. We have listed Kajesili. I'm going to ask Kajesili because of the family. When we are alone, I'm going to Kajesili. You get us to the one. Kajesili. We are going to go to Jebedi. We are the lead. We did. So we are going to be back again. My mother, the man, you got that one. Also, he was also a nephew and cousin to many. Maybe I would like at this point to ask the cousins of Moses to stand up. They are fairly distributed. The fathers have come from Kilgoris. We have a lawyer there, Peter Oibo. We also have Gideon Morintat, who is the managing director of National Oil Corporation of Kenya. We will have time. I think they will come through the wing of our uncles. I think they will speak. Peter is a lawyer in town. We also have Bayani, who is works with NHIF in Kisii. In fact, when I say something later about how Moses has survived those accidents, both those guys, particularly Bayani and even Gideon, will have a chapter on it. He went to school starting in Kaisagat, that's where we were living before. He sat his O levels there. It was not good for him, and he wanted to. And there are many Kenyans who many of his friends, I think, went together and studied there. A BA in social sciences. He also attained several trainings in administrative law. He started his work a little bit earlier before joining government, as in many areas, including community and social services, but also in microfinance. More than all of us, he's the one who has an eye to business sometimes. So he was has told us